So, Dreamworks villains had a big glow up recently. A couple of years ago, asked people who their favorite Dreamworks villains are, and they pretty much only knew Farquaad. Now we have tons of new faves and old ones getting the love they deserve. But you know, I think they need even more love. As in, I think I should tell you that mass murder really isn't that bad. You guys are just mean. Yeah, it only makes sense to hit Dreamworks on an ongoing series of looking you dead in the eye, saying the most depraved people in fiction really should have committed genocide before reminding everyone this is made for fun. I don't actually like child murder. Again, I'm just not creative, and I tend to default to that for funnies. This is also where I usually list all the films that don't have a villain. Out of the 43 theatrically released films, only Crude is lacking a villain. No Grug moment. Oh, and yeah, only theatrically released films, no direct-to-DVD stuff or any shows, and most I would love to include Dr. Blowhole. How my dream works, my dream being to finally be happy, here is every Dreamworks villain defended. Ants. Ants. The ants are in war with the termites. Mandible, for his many, many faults, is a smart tactician and a capable leader. He is leading the ants to victory, and justify the means.
Return the slab.
Go from one of the hardest to defend to one of the easiest. Ramses was a man constantly abused by his father, always looked down upon and being set up to be the weak link. Despite his father preferring his adopted brother, Ramses never looked down upon Moses, and always loved him as if they were truly brothers. Then God came in, and now good old Ram Man is being forced to look bad in front of his people and have Egypt be set back due to Moses' interference. Also, his son is killed. You know, if he didn't own slaves, he'd probably be a fun guy to hang out at parties. The town of El Dorado has been running perfectly for years, until Tulio and Miguel bust in and ruin everything. They completely overtake the city and exploit every being in it and have them pamper them. Tesla Khan is the one who's been more or less running everything smoothly all this time, and immediately when his problem arises, he attempts to expose them for the frauds they are before anyone can get hurt. I am the first person to talk about this film without mentioning Chell. What do I get?
Parties all hours of the night. Huh. What is that farmer up to?
I freaking love chicken nuggets!
I hope you don't think little of him.
Farquaad and his Far Squad are looking out for their people. Fairy tale creatures are extremely dangerous. Look at all the villains from other films. The giant freaking dragon, plus even a murderer, that's canon. And my personal favorite, after Farquaad dies, is revealed that Duloc is now a run-down dump. But this didn't happen that long after the first movie. What happened? Well, we now have an unguarded city, and a large amount of powerful creatures who realize they can now raise the town and kill all its inhabitants. Farquaad was the one thing standing between the fair kingdom of Duloc and its demise at the splintery hands of Pinocchio.
Only way to serve our customers right.
You gotta hate talking about characters who are based on real people. The Colonel is trying to lead an advancement in the Western world, and that comes with a few sacrifices. Nothing can be made without a few casualties. Don't look into that. Or the reason kidnappings in my area. And also, he nods at the horse when he finds love. True brony respect. Also, I found this render of him that looks like the Chad meme.
That happens to be Eris, the goddess of chaos.
Yeah, so?
Don't let that dashing smile fool you. Sinbad is still a pirate. He murders, he steals, he doesn't wear underwear, so Eris trying to stop him from doing fricky wicky is understandable. She's also very nice to her pets. One of them is a squid, so she gets double points. I gotta clear this up now. While I know it's a popular theory, it's never been stated that the fairy godmother cursed Fiona. All we know is that it was a witch. It was never stated to be her. With that said, can we talk about how good of a mother she is? Literally everything she does is just to make her son happy. From a giant wish-granting factory, setting him up with a girl of his dreams, going to Burger King, getting him a full meal. My parents might even get me a Coke when we go there. This is hypothetical, because no one in my family is psychotic enough to willing to go to Burger King.
But with sharks.
Sharks gotta eat. Circle of life. And like, Oscar. Do I need to detail that? The same as last one, but instead of being justified because they're just naturally hungry creatures, we're also gonna have to get rid of this heathen. They're naturally hungry creatures who can also stop Mort, who is apparently a 50-year-old eldritch shape-shifting monster. Madagascar lore dumps on FNAF lore.
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits.
Wallace is a genuine menace when he activates Sonic Unleashed mode. He becomes a savage monster who cannot be reasoned with. And of worse, he eats all of his crops, meaning there could be a potential food shortage. So we need this absolute Chad of a man to come in and save us from the horror of Wallace's persona. Okay, before we ask about Verminator, Vincent is the main villain, so I'm talking about him. Verm is just a guy doing his job. Animals are invading someone's houses after all, so he's not really not that bad. There's our defense. Vincent is more interesting though, since really, he isn't doing anything bad for most of the film. Bears need a lot of food to hibernate, and RJ stole literally all of it when he only needs a few small things. Heck, all the other animals steal stuff just so they can survive, which is exactly what Vincent is doing. Breaking the illusion of this video for a bit, I'm pretty sure they realized this during production, because he randomly goes on a rant about how he betrayed and killed all of his friends for no reason, other than I assume to make him seem like not an actual good guy. God, I love when a film gives me the easy way out. Toad was once a pet that got flushed away when his owner got a pet rat. Because of that, he claimed to hate rats, but he employs several of them, and is even friendly to Ronnie when they meet. Also, he's a good father. I wrote this on Father's Day, so that's a sign he's based.
Charming, charming.
I mean, Shrek did kind of murder his mom in cold blood, and he was right. All the villains in Poison Apple are mistreated just because of their looks and stories. When I was a kid, this was my favorite Shrek film. It just feels so weird how time changes.
I'm just Ken.
Ken. Why is there so much to say about Ken? Ken was in a relationship with Vanessa, and everything was going well, until Vanessa realizes it's hip to frick bees, and immediately starts mistreating him. It's hard to really get mad at him for that. Also, as a throwaway line in the movie, he's deathly allergic to bees, so Barry isn't just cucking him, he could potentially kill him.
Finally, a worthy opponent.
Like Vincent, Tai Lung is another character that they made far too sympathetic, to the point where they had to add something to make him more evil. That being that he rampaged through the village. Take that scene away, and Tai Lung was an orphan who was molded into thinking he's special, forced to do tons of painful training, as confirmed by himself and Shifu, all to be told, for no real reason, that he's not actually worthy. Get nay-nayed, idiot. Heck, even in his rage, he's never stated he killed anyone. So his temper tantrum could have been nothing important, especially when you consider that when he comes back, he goes straight to the palace and never attempts to hurt anyone else, just the person who betrayed him. Then he gets sat on.
I'm surrounded by idiots.
Alex Baldwin's persona is not a complex character. In his very first scene, he straight up admits that he's just a self-centered jerk who wants power. But you have to understand, he's protecting the other animals from the most evil being in history. The one villain I can't defend. Nana. Nana is a being of pure evil and hate, who with nothing but a purse can beat down the most savage of animals. A monster who steals all the water from the entire continent. She can survive attacks from lions, being hit by a car, and one of the few who can survive the penguins. Be worried not of Makunga. Be thankful, for he protects you from the real demons.
I'm a Martian!
I hate how hypocritical you guys all are. Y'all post stuff all the time like, whoa, I hate life, I wish Earth was destroyed. When a funny little alien says he's gonna do exactly that, suddenly it's a problem. God, I hate you snowflakes, just let the silly guy kill us all.
Hey, dragon.
Dragons are really freaking cool, man. Also, with the fact that this is really the only true dragon villain doesn't prove it, I think it's very clear that this is very much a humans are the real villains moment, since Red Death really doesn't do much besides sit in her cave. She knows where the humans are, so trust me, if she wanted to, she could do much worse.
And you, frumpy pigskin.
Listen, this is all Shrek's fault. Drupal gave him a contract, and it was his fault for not reading the fine print. Also, he cares about his goose. That absolves him of all crimes. Okay, I know it's really easy to write off Titan as a simp or an incel, but there's more to him. Sure, he's a bit weird at the beginning, but he does have and respect boundaries. Then he accidentally gets injected with superpowers, Mayman gives him awful advice that he just needs to save Roxanne together. That advice is the sole reason he becomes who he is. As again, he wasn't that bad at the start. While Hal might have fallen to darkness, Megamind pushed him.
You say peacock and no one bats an eye. But you say poopcock.
Best Dreamworks villain, and if you say otherwise, I'll shoot you with a frickin' cannon. Anyways, Sin is heavily implied to be discriminated against due to having albinism, which caused him to be looked over by his parents. This leads him to being raised by a soothsayer, who despite destroying some of his clothes, is still clearly respected by him as he keeps her around, never threatens to harm her, and even lets her go when she's past her usefulness. Even though killing her would have helped a lot, since she's the one who teaches Poe basically everything. The year of the cock should have happened.
Can I offer you a nice egg in this trying time?
Listen, it would suck to be an egg. The film makes it clear that he's still as durable as one, and I'm just saying, the phrase walking on eggshells exists for a reason. Not only does he have to deal with that, but Puss's betrayal still haunts him to this day, and he was never fully forgiven by the town until he brings him back.
Cruella de Vil, Cruella de Vil.
Sure, she's insane and murderous, but she's just an animal control officer doing her job, especially considering that her marks are the particularly dangerous animals like lions and hippos. I hate hippos. They're ugly.
I am the shadow on the moon at night, filling your dreams to the brim with fright.
If he killed Jack, we wouldn't have to have suffered through so much Elsa and ex-Jack fan art. I also feel it's just a natural emotion, and Inside Out has shown More of a good thing than a bad one. Oh no, the professional racer who wants to win a race. I can't believe it. Oh, the humanity. What an absolute shock that is. Grow up, you stupid snail. No one freaking likes you. Listen, as fun as having Peabody as dad would be, he put Sherman in tons of dangerous situations. They've been almost killed like 3 times in this film alone. Grunion is justified in thinking he's a danger to Sherman because he is.
The dragon, no facts, he did kill a dragon.
The films have shown how destructive dragons are. They're wild animals, but are, you know, capable of breathing fire and stuff. Having complete control of them like Drago is doing works.
Make me fast.
I mean, again, the film makes the case for me. Dave was once a popular exhibit in the zoo before the penguins came in and ruined everything for him. He was literally using the same water as a toilet. Listen, you know me, huge D&D fan. I'd try to murder all penguins after that too.
Mitch, but some people call him Big Mitch.
One of the few villains here to redeem themselves, and it's not hard to see why. He just wants the egg the Boov have so he can save his species. Like, literally all he does is just save his race. Humanity has done worse to ensure its survival. Kai was once the best friend with Oogway, but the crazy old turtle abandoned him. Oogway was the one calling the shots in the relationship, so we can't really put too much blame on Kai. Also, he's voiced by J.K. Simmons, and that absolves him of all crimes. No character played by him has done anything bad. I stick to what I've said.
Well,
Well, the obvious thing is she's killing trolls. I definitely want all these fricks to die, so I'm immediately on her side. The other thing is that she more or less is keeping the entire Bergen race alive, as she's the one who prepares all the food. It's a fine enough place to live, so hey, results are results. Yes, Gargamel did ghostwrite the script.
Princess, your boyfriends from the circus are here.
Babies, cringe, dogs, epic. Killing the boss baby and stopping us from getting a sequel in 2 shows? Priceless.
We'll see how he likes the taste of my poopy pop in his mouth.
Bro is literally named Poopy Pants. And like, he won a Nobel Prize and people made fun of his name. And he's another person trying to wipe up children. Based. The films have shown how destructive dragons are. They're wild animals, but are, you know, capable of breathing fire and stuff. Killing. Oh, my Grimmel is doing works.
Welcome to the Himalayas!
Listen, hot take, poaching, not good. What is good though is that if they capture Everest, they could potentially like preserve his species or something. I don't know, who cares about this film.
Don't feed
the troll.
Okay, so the pop trolls separate the strings from everyone, causing all the racism, and Barb wants to unite them all to stop the racism, and in the end, all the trolls decide to stop being racist. What is this film and why does it actually work? He is a monkey. Monkey eat banana. Monkey gets stronger. What do you want from me? That's freaking Croods 2. If you get rid of the R in his name, it says Dicks.
And no one would fight back, because, you know, they're babies.
Boss City villains will always get thumb ups for me for trying to kill this creature. But also, I know I'm alone in thinking babies are evil demon spawns. Some people really like them. So if you think they're so cool, frick you! Let them run the world!
I'm afraid we only know how to make marmalade.
While viewed as harmless compared to other animal characters, Marmalade is still arguably discriminated against. Everyone writes him off as a dumb, harmless, nothing hamster. And sometimes, quote-unquote, positive stereotypes could be as harmful as negative ones.
Your Honor, League of Legends. Death.
I mean, he sets up his reasoning pretty well. Plus doesn't value his life, so he's gonna kill him. Keep in mind that he never targets any of the other characters. He just wants Puss's soul only. Puss wasted his other 8 lives, he doesn't deserve a second chance since he's been giving several, and other people have called him out. Kill him. Yeah, I know someone was gonna bring him up. Since I didn't do Croods, he was John Mulaney. While Jack does claim he has no reason why he's evil, the film shows that's not completely true. Jack was overshadowed by Pinocchio in his business, and based on the reaction his parents have, they don't care about him at all. He claims that his parents cared about him, but it's common for kids to think their parents are nicer than they actually are. Maybe he really did have a tragic backstory he repressed, and in turn blamed himself, which then caused him to just accept himself as evil. I thought this was obvious. What took you so long?
With my mermaid magic.
Okay, so Chelsea might not be a super good person, but I do question a lot of this film's framings of mermaids. Grandmama keeps framing all mermaids as vicious, cruel race of purely evil beings. We meet only one mermaid in the film who does fit that stereotype, but as far as we know, Grandmama seems to be really racist, and all the mermaids besides Chelsea are actually cool. I mean, it is a grandma. Why wouldn't we just assume she's racist? Soon, I shall defend every villain ever as actually pretty cool. I'll also be put into a watch list, probably. A watch list of cool people! Or the president will assassinate me. He has good reason to do so.
You're an irredeemable monster! What took you so long, idiot?